Oh my god, my eyebrows are on one today. They have moved in and they are not paying rent. I've purchased a new brow product, and after seeing it on camera, this is the last time I'll be using it. Please respect my privacy during this difficult time. So today I'm gonna be doing the oft requested old lady bun. I don't know why, but whenever I do this look, I always get DMs and comments asking me for a tutorial. But every single time I go to film a tutorial, it comes out differently. That makes making a step-by-step guide like super difficult. But I've decided today is the day. So this hairstyle first came to my attention when I got a Gibson girl Barbie doll. I remember very specifically being like obsessed with it, and I would never take her out of the packaging except to analyze her hair. Then in high school I learned about teddy girls, which was this like weird subculture of teenagers in the 50s. And what they would do is they would raid their grandparents' like trunks and closets and adopt their style, which was Edwardian. The last piece of pop culture that I really remember seeing and being like, holy shit, I want to look like that, was Gabby Hoffman's character on Girls. It was the first time that I had seen this hairstyle on like a modern person, and I wanted to look exactly like that. All of the tutorials I've seen online reference like 100-year-old books. They use rats to add volume to their hair. It's all very technical and serious, and like, I'm just not that girl. From what I know, this has been referred to as Edwardian, or Gibson girl, or teddy girl, or Downton Abbey. These are all styles that I've searched for, and I couldn't find what I was looking for. So I'm gonna make this. So there's the backstory you didn't ask for. You're welcome. There are two things that you are going to need for this tutorial. Number one, a teasing comb. I highly recommend one with a pointy guy. The second thing you're going to need is bobby pins. Lots of bobby pins. I've been doing this look for several years, and sometimes it takes 4 bobby pins and other times it takes 20 bobby pins. That's also like, that's why I haven't done a tutorial, because it's so inconsistent. Like, I don't really know what's gonna happen. 2 optional things that you'll need. 1, hairspray. 2, dirty hair. I recommend like 2 to 3 day old hair. If you decide you want to do this on clean hair, I would recommend like a texture spray, or even dry shampoo will work. So last time I washed my hair, I just parted it down the side, and that's fine. It could be down the center or the side, it doesn't really matter. Oh, that hurt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the pointy boy, and I'm just going to take a small section from the front, and I'm just gonna tease it. You don't have to go buck wild with this, but I'm gonna go buck wild. I think once you get the hang of the style itself, hello, and we're done. I think once you get the hang of the style, you can kind of just personalize it a bit. Usually what I do is I just kind of twist it, push it down, and then push it forward. And depending on how forward you want it, I mean, you can push it all the way forward if you want. So I'm just gonna use a bobby, get that in there. Ta-da! This looks a little bananas right now, don't worry. The beauty about this hairstyle is it's extremely forgiving and very malleable. I don't know, you can really mess with it and refine it later, so that's what we're gonna do. So then you're gonna take this side, just a little hunka chunka, and tease that so that you have a lovely limb coming out of the side of your head. And then what I usually do is I just twist it down and push it in and like up. So also for this, I'm just leaving the ends right now. I'll refine them later. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I guess if I'm being technical about it, I would not go past your ear vertically. So I'm gonna twist it and push it in and up, like kind of up towards the front of my head, and I'm gonna pin it. So to be perfectly honest with you, I am not very technical when it comes to the back. Oftentimes at this point, I will just take all of it and like push it up. I will actually take the time to do it today though. I'm just gonna take kind of a back section and tease it. So what I'll do with the back section, I want to push it forward and kind of meld it with everything else. So I'm gonna just push it forward and I'm gonna twirl it around and pin it. This one could suffice with 2 bobbies, I think. It's important that you kind of leave the ends out and about so that you can go back to them later. So then kind of the same thing, I'm gonna take another section and just give it a small tease. It's a larger section, so it's not as like precise, I guess you could say. So I'm just going to take that and the end, just kind of curl it around and pin it. A lot of times these back sections warrant 2 pins. That's fine. Everything just gets refined later on, so as long as it's up and out of the way, you can figure it out later. Last section on the back. I don't even tease it, but you can. Go ahead and throw that up. Everything's up, but this is a mess. So now comes the refining portion. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to brush up. Our hair is teased, so we have to be a little bit gentle, but as you can see, it's not perfect in a lot of spots. Also, brushing it will aid in bringing all of the pieces together so that they don't look separate. And you can do that on the front as well a little bit if you want. So this is still pretty gnarly looking. Again, this hairstyle is pretty forgiving, so what you can just do is just bring it up, kind of twist it. I mean, half of this look is just making sure everything is looped. Once you've kind of brushed it up and smoothed it out on the back here, I'll just kind of show you what the back of my hair looks like. I'm gonna go in and I want to get these end pieces. What I do is I just twirl them and I just make sure that they're in the center. You're essentially kind of creating a Edwardian mohawk. You just want everything to be centered on your head. It reminds me a little bit of Lucille Ball too. I don't know. So yeah, from here it really just comes down to refining and creating the shape that you want. Usually the biggest difference for me is the front poof. That's where I get the most variation and where it's extremely inconsistent, and it just depends on the day or how I do it. As you can see, it's kind of like, it's got a little bit of a twirl to it. I'm gonna lean into that, but because my hair is shorter, I can't get too big, otherwise it starts pulling out of the pin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pin it down again. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm really bad at tutorials, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, move it to the spot that I want. Off to the side is always cute, I think. So I'm gonna take that and just pin it down. I got another loose curl here. Also, the other thing too is you can curl your hair before, and that'll help you a lot. I just don't, and I don't usually use heat on my hair. I don't take the time to do my hair, really. Honestly, this is it. Like, this is the hairdo. What I really like about it is that it just kind of looks like you just went, it's like a messy bun, but not. Yeah, from here, you honestly just pin things as you find them. So yeah, that's it. That's the hairdo. I'll turn around and kind of show you. If you're feeling real sassy, you can pull some wispies down. So there you have it. That's the old lady bun. So go forth, wear this with modern clothing, wear this with your Downton Abbey fit. Maybe you like steampunk. I don't know what rose your boat, but I do hope that this tutorial was helpful in some way. I can't stop looking at it. It actually looks pretty nice today. Yeah, look at that swoop. Got a pretty good swoop. Old lady swoop. Hell yeah, swoop. Y'all, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something. And if you like it, please comment, give a thumbs up. It's the best indication to me that you enjoy what I'm doing and to keep doing it. So thank you, and enjoy your old lady bun. If you do it and you post it on social media, you better tag me. Okay, bye.